What's going on, guys? So a lot of y'all said, hey, where's the car content? I'd like to see some more car, truck content, stuff like that. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of that this year. The Pew Pew stuff will still be on the channel as well. I just enjoy that. That's a hobby I've had for many, many years. And I do enjoy that. May mix a little golf in this year. I put a little bit of golf in last year, but may not a whole lot, but I do have some golf trips coming up. But today, we actually are on our way to the Lexus dealership. I have to pick up the NX350. It has a recall. It's like the Lexus safety sense system or sense or something like that. It's essentially, I guess, that sensor on the front. Whereas, you know, the Tundra had a recall on that several years ago. Water was getting into theirs and causing theirs to malfunction. That's not what's up with this one, I don't believe. All they have to do is like update the software in the car. And I think if I read that right, what it's doing is it may not cause the brakes to hit the brakes fast enough for the car in front of you stopping. You know, the newer vehicles, as we always say on the channel, technology kills reliability. Technology is super nice when it works, but when it's not, you know, it can be dangerous. But that sensor may not sense the car fast enough, or it may not tell the Lexus that we're in quick enough to hit the brakes to stop soon enough, so it could cause, you know, the car to not brake quick enough and hit the car in front of you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Long story short, it could cause a malfunction in that, and you could have an accident if it didn't brake quick enough. I don't know how many vehicles have actually had that happen, but from what I understand, it's just a update to the software. And then we have to have another key. Our other key fob should be in. When we bought the Lexus like a year ago, they only gave us one key fob, and then they gave us a little credit card looking key. And they said they'd give us a second key fob when they came in. And I guess they're just now becoming available here in the last month or two. I can't remember when she got the email saying that we could come pick it up. But it's not been super long ago, so I guess those little key fobs are just now becoming available. So I have to get that made as well and picked up. And then we'll have two key fobs that the batteries will probably go dead on real quick. Sorry. So back to that. I know if y'all watched the Lexus video a while back, you know, earlier last year, I say last year, it's odd that this is 2024, but earlier last year when we bought the Lexus, the key fob went dead within like 2 weeks. And then my wife was carrying the credit card one, and it went dead in like a month. And since then, we've had to put like 2 more batteries in the key fob. Now, Lexus states that the reason this happens is because you get them too close to your credit cards, and the key fob senses the magnetic strip because it, you know, senses everything on the car. When you get close to it, you can unlock the doors, just push button start. And it says it senses that, and it tries to communicate with the credit cards, and it runs the battery down. One is, why doesn't everything else do that? My Lexus didn't do that. I carry my keys and my credit card in the same pocket, and when I had my Lexus, it didn't have that issue. But my little IS250, which I plan on probably trying to get, I won't spoil it for you. I'm going to try to get another Lexus coming up here pretty soon. But it didn't do that. And my other argument to that was, if you make something that looks like a credit card and it's made to go into credit card slots to carry it, it's going to be next to credit cards. So why would it run the battery down communicating with the credit cards if it's made to go beside credit cards? I'm not buying that. So I don't know what's running these key fobs down, but they do keep running down, and I keep having to replace batteries in them. Like, not as often now that I've got away from their batteries, and I'm using like Energizers. So it's not as bad since I went to like an Energizer lithium, but it's still like the key fob in my truck that we're in, the Tundra. I still have the Tundra. It's got 58,782 miles on it, barely getting broke in. But the key fob in this has literally had the batteries in it. I'm pretty sure the fob I'm using right now, I've got my spare key in here so I can give it to my wife when I swap out the vehicle. I'm pretty sure the spare key has never had the battery swapped out, and I'm not 100% sure I've ever swapped out the one on the key I use all the time. And I've been using, I mean, that's the one that's been in it since 2016. And I'm pretty sure I've never had to swap the battery out in that. It's probably getting close, to tell you the truth about it. I'm pretty sure I never have. We've changed that one like 4 times this year. That's insane. I don't understand. If you have a Lexus, a newer Lexus, and yours is doing that, please comment below, because I would like to know if that's just our issue or if everybody's having the same problem with the Lexus key fobs, because that makes no sense. But I've rambled on enough. I'm going to get off here, drive up here. I got about a 45-minute drive. My wife changed jobs, so she works out of town. So I have to drive on up here about 45 minutes to pick it up. And then I got about another 35 to 40-minute drive to the Lexus dealership. I am going to head over to the golf store while I'm up there, because that's a big addiction of mine. And you think I'd be better at it than what I am right now. As good as I used to be in my 20s. I was basically a scratch golfer, and now I'm struggling to hit my irons. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But you know, when you buy new golf equipment, it makes your game better. It makes you feel better though. So I'm gonna get up here and do this. I'll see you back here in just a second. All right, guys, update. So they got the key fob fixed and it's working. But as you can see, I'm not in my truck or our Lexus. I am in a Lexus, but not ours. So they got the key fob fixed. It's working. Everything's good there. But for some odd reason, the vehicle would not take the update for some odd reason. It said there was some kind of software issue, and it wouldn't take it. They didn't know if it was on our vehicle or if it was on their end, so they kept it overnight. They sent me home in an RX 350, and I got to be honest with you guys, if I did not need a truck, I would drive one of these, because this, I really, the more I drive these, this is what they always give me whenever I drop off our vehicle to be worked on, and I love these vehicles. I've never drove a GX. A GX would probably be a little bit more comfortable. I think it's a little bigger, but this is great. It's very comfortable. I have plenty of room. My seat's not even pushed all the way back. That if I have a complaint about the NX, there's not enough room in it, and the seats seem a little too bolstered, like when my shoulders hurt. We'll get into that in another video, but it kind of hurt my shoulder a little bit driving back or riding back from Florida, but I'll save that for another video. But if I didn't have to have a truck, I'd probably be in one of these, because I really like this SUV. If you're in the market for a luxury SUV, go check out the GX or the RX, because if you want a small one, the NX is a good smaller vehicle. But if you're in it for like a mid-size or a larger vehicle, check out those two, because this thing rides like a dream. It's like you're riding on air. I could drive cross country in this with no problems at all. But for now, that's where we're at. I'll give you another update on it whenever I go tomorrow, hopefully, to pick it back up and they get everything fixed. I'll give you an update on that. But for now, that's where we stand. They've still got it, and they're trying to get it to take the software to update that LSS system. So once that gets done, we'll back pick it up and we should be good to go. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. I'll give you an update tomorrow. Guess we'll see you tomorrow.